in connection with the pandemic, you hatched a plan to help provide meals for first responders in the pandemic. Tell us about that.
Yes, OCA Greater Houston and many restaurants around town organized and formed a coalition of sorts of other API organizations, community organizations, ranging from the chamber to the Chinese Community Center. And we basically raised money. We did two things actually. We raised money to purchase meals to support Asian American small businesses, mom and pop restaurants, and then donated all those meals to frontline workers. And we defined frontline workers a little more broadly. So we were donating meals to the hospitals, but also to like local health clinics, to the sanitation department of the city. People don't realize there was a tremendous amount of more work and trash because of the pandemic that city workers had to deal with. We also donated meals to frontline workers at grocery stores. That was really important for us to do, to make sure that they were also remembered in this area. I think, if I remember correctly, we raised almost 160,000 or 170,000, and literally we raised that money in like the space of a month, and then we spent like the next 2 months just trying to like get the meals ordered and delivered to different departments. And then on the other side of that, there was a real concern within the Asian American community and the Chinese community specifically, that they were worried that, or I should say the leadership was worried that we knew that multiple different groups, church groups, PTA groups, like all sorts of community groups, were either trying to purchase and supply personal protection equipment, face masks, face shields, coordinating donations, or raising money separate from what we raised for meals to be able to donate to hospitals and to the city and the county. We essentially tried to coordinate a lot of that and document it and publicize it so that people knew that our community was actually doing that. And that was one of the concerns of our leadership, was that normally we just do it. We're actually really, I really hate to fall on this stereotype, but it is true. The stereotype of a lot of Asian Americans and Chinese Americans is that, and it's actually cultural in the Chinese community, where you're not supposed to go and talk about what you do. You're supposed to be humble. You're not supposed to go and brag. So when you go and talk about it or let people know, hey, this is what we're doing, it's culturally, traditionally, it's like, well, you're talking too much. You're bragging about it. You should just focus on doing it, getting it done, and people will naturally see the work that you have done, right? But that's like the 180-degree opposite of American culture, right? Where, yes, you want people to recognize it, but everybody's busy. No one's going to know or pay attention unless you actually say something. You can't just assume people are going to be paying attention. And so that was kind of the mindset behind of okay, we know everyone's doing this. We need to document it and publicize it to let people know that yes, our community is doing this.